From the first moment humans looked up, we've been captivated by the stars. To early civilizations, the night sky was a map of gods and monsters, a celestial canvas on which they painted stories of creation, of war, of fate. But as our understanding grew, those distant lights transformed. They became something even more profound, windows into time and space. Today, we know those twinkling dots are suns, many with planets of their own, maybe even life. And we know that we don't just live on a planet or orbit a star, we belong to a galaxy. The Milky Way, our home in the universe, a vast spiral of stars, gas, dust, and dark matter, rotating slowly over the course of hundreds of millions of years. We are part of its structure, orbiting quietly, roughly 2/3 of the way from the center on a relatively calm spiral arm. But this galaxy isn't standing still. In fact, it's on a collision course. With what? Another galaxy, our closest neighbor, a behemoth that, like us, is hurtling through the cosmos. Its name is Andromeda. It's not science fiction, it's science fact. The Milky Way and Andromeda are going to collide. Not in our lifetimes, not even in the lifetimes of civilizations we can imagine, but in the not-so-distant future of the cosmos, these two giants will meet. What happens next is both terrifying and beautiful. The Andromeda Galaxy, also known as M31, is visible to the naked eye from Earth on a clear night, away from city lights. To most, it looks like a faint smudge, nothing more. But behind that smudge is a world of unimaginable scale. Andromeda is a spiral galaxy, just like the Milky Way, but larger, with over 1 trillion stars. It spans about 220,000 light-years across, making it the largest member of our local group of galaxies, a gravitationally bound collection of about 50 galaxies, including smaller ones like Triangulum and the Magellanic Clouds. Our Milky Way comes in second place, slightly smaller, with around 200 to 400 billion stars. Still enormous, still majestic, still brimming with mystery. But the truth is, Andromeda is the heavyweight in the room. For millions of years, these two galaxies have been drawing closer, like dancers in a slow waltz across a cosmic ballroom. Their paths are guided by gravity, the same force that holds you to Earth, that keeps the moon in orbit, and that ultimately will bring two galaxies together. And how fast are we moving toward each other? About 110 kilometers per second. That's over 240,000 miles per hour. Fast enough to cross North America in less than a minute. At that rate, the galaxies will begin interacting in approximately 4 to 5 billion years. That sounds like a long time, and it is for us. But in the timeline of the universe, it's shockingly soon. The universe is only about 13.8 billion years old. So the collision is happening a little over halfway into its life, assuming it even has an end. So what exactly happens when galaxies collide? Let's get one thing clear right away. Galaxy collisions are not explosions. They're not like car crashes or meteor impacts. Stars don't slam into each other like billiard balls. Despite having billions of stars, galaxies are mostly empty space. The distances between stars are so vast that direct collisions between individual stars are extremely rare. Think of firing 2 machine guns across a football field and having the bullets pass within inches of each other. Close, but not catastrophic. Instead, the real drama happens through gravity. As galaxies draw near, their immense gravitational fields begin to tug and twist each other's structure. Each pass draws the galaxies closer, increasing gravitational chaos. They orbit each other in tightening loops, slowly losing energy. This process can take hundreds of millions of years. Eventually, The dance ends not with a bang, but with a merging of forms. A new galaxy emerges from the wreckage, likely elliptical, not spiral. The familiar arms dissolve. The cores blend. The galaxy becomes rounder, puffier, and more uniform. This process has been observed elsewhere in the universe. The antennae galaxies, for example, are in the middle of just such a collision. And the images are breathtaking. Ribbons of stars stretching across space, glowing nebulae lighting up like fireworks. Milky Way and Andromeda will go through the same process. And our future galaxy already has a name, Milkdromeda. It's playful, yes, but also a testament to humanity's ability to peer into a future we'll never witness. This is the question that inevitably comes up. What about us? What happens to Earth during the collision? The answer is probably nothing catastrophic, because the chance of another star passing close enough to disrupt our solar system is extremely low, about 1 in 100 billion. The distances are just too great. That said, our solar system won't stay put. As the gravitational landscape shifts, it's likely our sun and the planets orbiting it will be flung into a new orbit, possibly farther from the galactic center. We could end up in a quieter region of the new galaxy or closer to the core. Some simulations even show solar systems being ejected entirely, thrown into the lonely void between galaxies. But Earth, by then, may no longer be habitable. In 4 to 5 billion years, the Sun will be nearing the end of its main sequence. It will swell into a red giant, likely consuming Mercury and Venus, and possibly Earth as well. Our oceans will boil, our atmosphere will escape, and the surface will become a scorched wasteland. So while the galactic collision itself may not destroy Earth, the Sun might beat it to it. And if Earth does survive, the sky will be a different place. Imagine standing on the surface of a dead, cooling Earth, watching two galaxies colliding in slow motion overhead. Entire star systems flung across the sky like fireflies, nebulae glowing like celestial storms. It would be the most spectacular, and perhaps the final, sunset our planet ever sees. It's fair to ask, how can we predict something that's 4 billion years away? The answer lies in astrometry, the precise measurement of stars' positions and motions. The European Space Agency's Gaia mission has mapped over 1 billion stars with incredible precision. Combined with earlier observations from the Hubble Space Telescope, we can track the movement of stars in both the Milky Way and Andromeda with stunning accuracy. These measurements let us simulate the future, not just in theory, but in virtual galaxies, using physics-based computer models. Thousands of simulations have been run, showing consistent results, a collision, followed by merger, over billions of years. Some show slight variations in the angle of approach or the time it takes, but the conclusion is the same. Milky Way and Andromeda will merge. So what will Milkdromeda be like? For starters, it will be massive, a galaxy with the combined stars and dark matter of both the Milky Way and Andromeda. It will likely be an elliptical galaxy, not a spiral, which means it won't have the dramatic arms we're used to, but a more diffuse, three-dimensional shape. There will be fewer new stars. Why? Because most of the gas that fuels star formation will have already been used up during the starburst phase of the collision. It may be quieter, older, a place where star formation has slowed, but where ancient stars and civilizations, if they survive, carry the memory of two great galaxies that once were. Will humanity be there to see it? We don't know. But perhaps, if we master interstellar travel, if we transcend our biological limits, we might not only witness the birth of a new galaxy, but choose where we want to live within it. When we hear about the collision of galaxies, it's easy to feel small, to feel insignificant. After all, what are we compared to 100 billion stars? To billions of years? But maybe that's the wrong way to look at it. Because the fact that we know this is happening, the fact that we can observe, calculate, and even simulate it, means we are not insignificant. We are part of the universe, but we are also aware of it. We are the cosmos contemplating itself, and that awareness is miraculous. Galaxies may collide, stars may be born and die, but for a brief window of time, we know, we understand, we wonder.